Attention, Northeast Alabama. You work hard for your money. And at Citywide Car Sales, we understand the value of a dollar. That's why we've stocked our inventory to meet almost every budget. With a wide variety of clean trucks, cars, vans, SUVs, we are here to provide this area with exactly what it deserves. Options. Whether you need a daily driver or a heavy-duty upgrade, we're here to make sure your hard work pays off. Stop by Citywide Car Sales at 1107 Galtz Avenue South in Fort Payne and buy your ride from Citywide.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
it's time to rise and shine and get your morning started with Alabama's award-winning morning show.
My doctor said that could be the reason for my rash.
I'm literally screaming right now.
Broadcasting live from high atop Alabama's beautiful Sand Mountain.
Good morning. Yeah, that's all I hear.
Please welcome your hosts, Barry.
What cologne are you going to go with? It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries.
And Holly.
Now, before we do this, let's go over the ground rule. Rule number 1, no touching of the hair or face.
Well, I just like waking up to the sound of your sweet voice.
See you on the field, superstar.
Oh, could you turn it up, please?
Good morning, into the 607 Superstar. Yeah, Sex Panther by Odeon. It's hard to find.
Classic.
Anchorman is still one of my favorite movies.
It is. It's one of those timeless classics just because of some of the lines that are in there, and then just the all-star cast that you got in there. I mean, you got Will Ferrell, you've got Paul Rudd.
Steve Carell was awesome playing Brick.
Yeah, and then
can't think of the guy's name, but he's in a lot of Will Ferrell movies. He played not the news guy, was sports guy.
Oh yeah, kapow!
Yeah. But anyway, that's just one of the best casts. And Christina Applegate.
Yes.
That's one of the best movies.
It is. I would agree with that.
2 was pretty good, but 1 that was the best.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Well, good morning, 608. Will back in the room. Holly is. Little update. She's home. She made it through the surgery fine. She had neck surgery, repairing a disc, and she's at home. And she said the pain that she went in there with the ruptured disc is gone.
Yeah, and shout out to the doctors and the team up there for taking care of Holly. I know all of those listeners out there were really worried about the surgery and how it was going to go, but she's doing well. She's going to be recovering pretty quickly, so they will kick me off this air and get Holly back, and we will get it back in between the ditches.
She's recovering. She's at home. One problem she thought might be a problem was her voice. They said there was a chance. She said no. She was talking last night, and she's just got a scratchy sore throat.
Yeah.
But she's has the pain, but not the pain she went in with. Is just from the surgery.
Good. Well,
she's doing better.
Well, and for all those people out there that's going to, like myself, going to be missing the random waves, it was for the better.
Yeah. So that part's going. It's a matter now to recovering, getting strong, and she'll be back as soon as possible. And one thing that's not back today is it's cooler this morning.
Yeah, it helped me out this morning. I walked out and I was like, man, us thick boys, it's good to have a little bit of a break from the humidity.
Because yesterday was tough for us because our air conditioning went out yesterday morning.
Yeah, and
here in the studio.
And they locked the window too on us, so we couldn't have any sort of breeze coming through here.
No. So if you walk outside this morning, it's going to feel a little better, even though it's going to hit 90 today. I know that's still hot. It's going to have just a little different feel today. And then getting ready for Saturday, that's when a lot of rain comes in off and on. Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Yeah, and I can't wait for you to announce what the low for tonight's going to be. That's going to be really nice.
We're in the 60s. That helps a little bit.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's been so hot the past few nights. Low was 78 a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, it sure has. But once you get into the 6s, as far as lows for the night, that's my kind of stuff right there.
Yeah, and it's better, for football practice and band practice and cheerleader practice today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be better. And we're only, 3 weeks away from today for high school football?
Yeah, just around the corner for school, right around the corner for football. So it's getting to be everybody's favorite time of the year. Once the weather starts cooling off, students start going back. I know my wife, she's not ready, but ready. So she's going to be enjoying these next few days, spending time with the kiddos.
Well, we have a ton of football stuff lined up here on Q. It's been all 3 of our radio stations. We make sure you're covered. We've got the Score Wars football contest back. Your chance to win cash simply by picking score of a game. We'll give you like a Bama game or an Auburn game. That starts in a few weeks. Of course, we got the most listened to high school football scoreboard in the state. It kicks off, I guess, 3 weeks from tomorrow night.
Yeah, 3 weeks from tomorrow night. I think they finished off the media days yesterday in Jackson County, which, once again, shout out to those guys that set that up. Carson does an amazing job, Jeff. Arranges all the schedules for it, lets all the media, the coaches, the players know what's going on. So huge shout out to those guys right there. And if you really want to have an easy win of $100 and potentially $150, just listen on Saturday, call in, guess the score, and that's it. I mean, I could use that $100 for sure.
Exactly. So there's many things. We've got high school football on their sister stations, WKXX 102.9, bringing you Hoax Bluff football again this year, and Power 107.5 as always, bringing you Albertville Aggie football. And I'm excited for that because Aggies finally get out of 7A and drop down to 5A.
Yeah, and Coach Weingarten, I've seen pictures, and I actually watched the interview from Marshall County, so you could tell that they're really focused, that they're ready for this season, and I know all the teams in the listening area are ready. With the classification changes, region changes, public, private, it's going to be kind of hard to follow in the beginning, but that's why we have scoreboard, so we can update you on scores. Jeff does a really good job of getting region teams out there and lets you know who's where, what classification, what region.
Exactly, and we have a special Coach Weingarten 1 hour show on Power coming up in a few weeks, and we're going to have another season of flag football this year.
Yes.
We began carrying some games at the end of last year that carried over into the playoffs, and the response was tremendous. Parents, fans, people loving it. So this year we put together a full season of Boaz and Albertville flag football games, and that starts coming up, I believe, the 25th.
Yeah, and I think that's a sport that's going to continue to grow at a pretty rapid pace. I've already started to see other schools start participating in our listening area. I really do think that that's going to be something that we need to look out for as far as updating scores, and maybe have our own flag football. I wouldn't say scoreboard show, but maybe an update.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Didn't I see where the major colleges like Bama is going to be joining us, like in 27, or is it 28? I think it's 27.
Yeah, I think it's initially probationary period 27, official 28, so we can get more teams on there. I know, like, there's the junior college team. I know Sneed,
right? Like Wallace.
They all have that. I know Mississippi colleges have it, and I feel like I've seen it here recently, like on sports channels where it's national teams that go out.
Seeing a lot more of that on flag football, even men and women.
Yeah. So that's going to be a really big sport, especially for those who are safety concerns but don't necessarily want to play soccer.
I get it. So flag football, that's a growing thing, and it's going to be an Olympic sport coming up in the Olympics in 2 years?
2 years,
in Los Angeles. So a lot of stuff. So we'll have a full season of flag football coming up on Power 107.5.
How'd you know?
Totally opposite from flag football is cheesecake. Let's go.
One of my favorite days of the year.
It's National Cheesecake Day. Do you plan to celebrate it all?
I will actually celebrate it today. Cheesecake was fed to the Greek athletes during the Olympics held back in 776 BC.
Is that kind of backwards?
Yeah, well,
like I guess an honor. You win a medal, and instead of a medal, you get a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah, well, I would wonder what type of cream cheese, or what they would put in the cream cheese, or butter, or whatever that they need to. But the Cheesecake Factory offers 30 different varieties of cheesecake each day. The restaurant sells almost 35 million slices of cheesecake every year.
Wow.
Their best-selling flavor is fresh strawberry cheesecake. Now, I will say we do have a couple of local restaurants that can knock it out of the park when it comes to cheesecakes.
I agree. Let me show you a little. Do you like cheesecake?
I do.
It says Cheesecake Factory. Average slice of their cheesecake is how many calories do you think? Average slice?
1,600.
It's close. It's 1,000.
I told you, like, that's my.
That's just with nothing on it, just cheesecake.
Yeah, anytime the wife and I try to go to Huntsville or well, I think there's only 2 locations in the state of Alabama, but anytime we're near a Cheesecake Factory, we wind up wind up getting one. But like I said, I would give some of these local restaurants around here that have it a shot because they are the homemade crust. The thing with cheesecake is that they stack it and it's probably about 8 inches tall.
It is.
So it's a woman's dream, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so I agree. Fresh strawberry cheesecake, that's good. I just like cheesecake, period.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so a little something extra. And I agree with this because we deal with this here at the radio station. But there's a new coalition of a dozen major record labels. They're calling on global music charts like Billboard and Mediabase are the two we use. They're asking them to disqualify these new AI-generated tracks.
I'm for that.
A few months ago, Billboard had completely AI song #1 on one of their charts.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I think we need to kind of divide what is real and what is not real. And like you said before, in our industry, we're starting to see it not only on the music side, but also people-wise. You start seeing AI generated content online or maybe on air. And I think we all really need to be careful with how fast AI is kind of taking over.
TikTok's bad about it.
Yeah.
There's some really good songs on TikTok, and I get to listening to it, and I try to look up who is singing that, and it's all AI. It's not even a human.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to wind up being like Will Smith and iRobot.
Yeah.
It's just like everything is, bad.
Yeah. And then there's a certain kind of sound. There's a male voice on some of those TikTok songs. You can almost tell when you hear this voice, it's like a really deep... That's not a real human.
And it's got like a voice leveler
it
too.
Does.
You can kind of hear it go in and out, and you're like, I don't know about that.
It's not real.
But really, lyric, it goes back to the soul thing.
Yeah.
So whenever you hear something and you hear people talk about like biblically in sermons, those people don't have a soul. So do you really feel how those songs are really supposed to be?
That's true. The computer wrote these.
Yeah, so I mean, Morgan Wallen's going to have to change his 45 album or 45 song album into about a 60 song album.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but anyway, they're trying to get this stopped where labels won't be recognizing these on the charts. You'll no longer have a #1 song that was AI generated the entire way.
Okay,
so we'll see. All right, since you've been gone, what about this, Will? Parents spend nearly 15 work days a year when you add it all up driving kids to school activities. Now, you're not there yet.
No, not there yet, which, I mean, that's going to be tough because we'll have three says the toddler, then you'll have the twins. But I'm kind of curious as to what they see as school activities, if it includes sports, if it includes band, if it includes math team. I don't know.
Attention, Northeast Alabama. You work hard for your money. And at Citywide Car Sales, we understand the value of a dollar. That's why we've stocked our inventory to meet almost every budget. With a wide variety of clean trucks, cars, vans, SUVs, we are here to provide this area with exactly what it deserves. Options. Whether you need a daily driver or a heavy-duty upgrade, we're here to make sure your hard work pays off. Stop by Citywide Car Sales at 1107 Galt Avenue South in Fort Payne and buy your ride from Citywide.
I think what I was reading further into this is it's pretty much anything like, say, show choir, say, cheerleading, anything at all that you do that's like an after-school activity. Parents spend, if you add it all up for the year, 15 total days complete. If you add up all the minutes, they said that parents spend 38 minutes a day driving kids to school activities.
And one of the things that says here, across 180-day school year. How nice would it be to work 180 days out of the year?
Yeah.
But the survey found 77% of parents say back-to-school season makes more life hectic.
Yep.
And I would probably agree with that.
Well, it changes their schedule, too. Like now you've got to say you have to get the kids to school.
Yeah.
So that takes a change in the morning, and then you got to pick them up.
Yeah.
As if they don't ride the bus later in the day.
Yeah, and with I've heard recently through the rumblings of the school systems that some places have bus shortages, so arrive time and leave time may be a little bit different. But you got to give a shout out to the educators. They're doing what they can with what they've got.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, and hopefully these next few weeks will be a good transition for everybody, and especially in the Brumelo household.
What about rising school supplies? It's gone up 55% for most parents since last year.
All right, so we had a conversation yesterday between our our little family group chat. So Ariel's family, they live in an area called Chigger Hill, which is out toward like Geraldine Grove. And they were talking about school supplies. So apparently the school that their son is going to had to get 6 packs of 24 count colored pencils.
6 packs.
I know, and that's why I said in the group, I was like, are they eating pencils for snack and lunch? Because why in the heck would you need
That's
6?
a lot of pencils.
I know I don't know what they're doing. They're making some sort of, Van Gogh art during school, but with the rising cost increase in that's why you got to take advantage of the sales tax day for school supplies.
That's true. That's why we're giving parents a break by giving away 5 back-to-school shopping sprees from Martin.
Yeah, thank you, Martins. That's going to be a huge help, especially with, what does it say, 90 or 55% cost stress in parents increase. So anytime you can save money by going to Martin's and getting some school clothes.
One more note, they asked parents, what's the biggest struggle you have when school starts back? And 90%, 9 out of 10 parents said dinner time, trying to come up with new meal ideas when school starts.
Yeah, I would probably say that as well. Or what to get or send them with lunch. I was a parent that with Cameron, I would always send her with something because she was real particular on what she would eat and what she could eat. I do think that schools need to pay for lunches, especially with the facilities that they're building. Like, not to throw any shade to Gulf Shores High School, but $162 million high school, there should not be a student there that has to pay for a breakfast or a lunch.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Yep. All right. So school coming up, and next week it's almost here. We'll give you more details on some of the back to school stuff going on.
Tell me that you built a time machine?
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
All right, talking music, 1966. This song, some stations didn't play it because they thought it was wild. Talking about a wild thing. But, I mean, come on, man. This is 1966. This song hit number 1 on this day in 66.
I will say, anytime I hear this song, I always revert back to Major League, which is probably one of my top 5 movies of all time, with Bob Uecker as Harry Dole. Then you have Charlie Sheen as Wild Thing. And we think we love you.
Yeah, well, the Trogs, what a name. They recorded this, and it bombed from a group called the Wild Ones, recorded it first. Released it, did nothing on the radio, so the Trogs did it. Jimi Hendrix even covered it. Cheap Trick covered it, but the only hit song ever on the radio were the Trogs with Wild Thing.
The
Trogs, number 1 in 66. Then you move up to 1991. Probably one of the most legendary, I would say, football stadium songs of all time.
Yes, or military attack songs, because I always see the videos of U.S. soldiers going out with this playing just right all as they're going into battle.
If you want to find something amazing, find a Virginia Tech home football game video.
Yeah.
The student section, they begin playing this at the very beginning before the players come out, and everybody in the stands begins jumping up and down, and it's even registered on, like, when they register earthquakes.
Yeah.
It's even
a magnitude earthquake.
It has before. It's one of the most amazing things to watch.
Well, listen to it. I mean, it's just build up. As you're going through your drive this morning, headed to work, you've got all the frustration. You're upset that you're having to go. Yeah, let's go knock this day out.
Well, in 91 Metallica, this song was played for the first time on the radio. And when they wrote it, it was actually about, like, childhood nightmares. It's not like a good thing. They're talking about the song makes Sandman become a monster for the children.
Okay.
It's actually a very scary song.
That's why you got to sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, but it's still one of the more popular football anthems of all time.
Yeah.
So that's in 91. Then you move up to 2001. Whether you like or not, Pink has had some of the most popular dance songs, and this was really one of her first big hit songs. Are you a fan at all?
I'm a fan of Pink. I'm a fan of a lot of other songs.
Yeah.
This one, because at the time I would have been 11, so this was on the radio all the time, and I could just bang my head up against a brick wall. Because, you know, back during those times, everybody was so fixated on radio plays and top charts and trying to pump as much as pump the song out there as much as they could.
Sure.
And I would just bang my head on the window, just like, my goodness.
So 25 years ago, this was the number one song on the radio. It was written as a joke. Let's get the party started.
Yeah.
But then they offered it to Madonna, who said, no, thank you. She turned it down.
Oh,
so
really?
Pink's record company saw it and said, why don't you consider this? And she said, I love it. So Alicia Beth Moore, known as Pink, that's her real name.
Yeah.
She said the name came from a Quentin Tarantino movie, Reservoir Dogs. There was a Mr. Pink in the movie.
Okay.
That's where she got the name. But anyway, she loved it and said, I'm going to record this. And it really became her biggest hit song on the radio.
Oh, wow.
And it hit radio 25 years ago today.
Crazy.
Yeah. Entertainment news. Well, what about the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Did you see that one a few months ago?
I'm not a Super Mario person, unfortunately.
I'm not either.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's coming to TV free. You could watch it streaming now. You can watch it on Peacock. So if you paid $20 a few days ago, sorry, should have waited. Now you get it for free.
Okay.
And then American Idol is returning again. That doesn't say in the story whether all the people are coming back or not.
Okay.
So I think you almost have to have, you've got to have Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, of course.
You've got to have, I think, Luke and Lionel and Carrie Underwood were really good last year.
Yeah, I think Carrie actually brought a better feel to American Idol when she came back on. Don't get me wrong, Katy Perry, she was great, but Carrie has that, all-American girl feel, very humble. She has that sort of, I guess, judging.
Yeah, and that's where she came from. She came from Idol, so I think it makes more sense. Yeah. But Idol has been renewed for another season. Auditions kick off August 25th with Idol Across America. It's a virtual nationwide search. So you can do this online. Then, I guess if they choose you past that round, you can come out in person and then try it in front of the judges. So be looking August 20th. Every state will have a date when you can do this.
Okay.
And also Washington, D.C.
Okay.
But you must be at least 15 by February the 15th of 27. I wish. It's been a while since one of the winners has gone on to do anything big on radio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've, over the past few years, we've got to meet a lot of those performers. I mean, we've got to see Will Mosley, then we got to see Noah Thompson, then we got to see Mia Matthews. So it's really cool to catch those people. But my favorite American Idol of all time has to be William Hung.
He was awesome. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Where is he today? Hey, one thing about Idol, if I'm wrong, but used to when you won, they gave you a song. Mm-hmm. They quickly promoted that on radio.
Yes.
You won like $1 million and you got a song. But now I don't think they really push like a song anymore.
No, they
just kind of say, you're the winner. Good luck.
Now, have you seen the Kelly Clarkson interview about that?
Yeah.
That the winners don't necessarily get money. They get what they value is in promotion, marketing, and branding for that amount. So they don't necessarily sign a check over to you. They say, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and this is what the value of that is. It goes all the way to studio time. It goes all the way to meet and greet. So they don't necessarily fork out the money over to the contestants. So that's kind of what turned me off on it. Once I figured that out, I was like, well, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We're just, having a few people that can sing good, having a few people that sing bad, and then have three people judge them on it.
It's like a TV ratings thing, basically. And they need to do a better job of promoting the winners.
Absolutely.
Kind of like The Voice does the same thing. You never really hear of anybody from The Voice going on and doing great things.
No, and
on the radio.
No, and you got to give a shout out to Alabama musicians. They always do really well with this contest because you had Bo Bice, you had Taylor Hicks, you had Ruben Studdard. So anytime that Alabama singer goes on there, they wind up doing really well. Mia Matthews, one of them. So.
I agree. And then there's Katy Perry. If you haven't seen the video, or you can look at some of the pictures on her Facebook page, but she found herself in an awkward situation. She has this thing called a Katy Aid. It's a giant water bottle that she gets inside, and then they push it into the crowd. Then the crowd's job is to kind of like let it body surf and push her around. Well, she went to do one in Malta, and in Malta, instead of push her around. They supposed to push her back on the stage.
Yeah.
They pushed her to the very back, and she was
man.
panicking, thinking, "I've got to get back on stage."
Oh, man.
But I'm inside this giant water bottle.
Now,
what am I going to do?
I will say, Katy Perry, you got to give it to the lady. She is entertaining. I don't know if you remember her Super Bowl performance.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was all about the shark and stuff, and she does a really, really good performance.
She does.
I guess here recently, everybody was like, "Okay, we've heard I Kissed a Girl, so let's just move her on back here to the back."
And they did. So look at the picture. She's inside this giant water bottle.
Katie Aid.
Yeah, they're supposed to push the bottle back on stage. They pushed it to the back of the auditorium, and she had to kind of scream at them, "Push me back on stage."
Can I tell you one secret about, or it's not really a secret. The wife told me this.
Oh.
Katy Perry actually used to be a summer camp counselor.
I didn't know that.
At a Christian camp during the summer. Now, you would think that that would translate to, her adult life, which I think she's kind of turned things around after getting rid of, what's-his-face, the long-haired...
Russell.
The Russell guy.
Yeah.
So I think she's turned her life around, but she hasn't turned it around to get back on stage in the
she couldn't get
KDA
back on
bottle.
stage. It's pretty funny, though.
Attention, Northeast Alabama. You work hard for your money. And at Citywide Car Sales, we understand the value of $1. That's why we've stocked our inventory to meet almost every budget. With a wide variety of clean trucks, cars, vans, SUVs, we are here to provide this area with exactly what it deserves: options. Whether you need a daily driver or a heavy-duty upgrade, we're here to make sure your hard work pays off. Stop by Citywide Car Sales at 1107 Galt Avenue South in Fort Payne and buy your ride from Citywide.